Hey, I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute. I have a fantastic comedian, actor, producer, an amazing woman named Sammy Larsen Hernandez. Sammy, thank you for being here.
Hi, hello. I'm happy to be here. Nice to
I
meet
am happy to have you. Man,
you.
you're an amazing woman.
Oh, you're lovely. You're lovely. Your check's in the mail for all this
No,
long
no, I'm
awkward.
being. Wait till people hear all the stuff that you've done.
Ah, that's what
Not
happens
just
when
what
you're
you've
like a
done, but
hundred.
not just what you've done, but what you got coming up.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff. I try to make life the best because we're here, might as well make it fun.
Absolutely. I thank God for each day.
Oh my God,
Let's
me too.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Let's start. You're in California right now.
Yeah,
Okay. But you were not born and raised there, were you?
correct. I was born and raised in
Okay.
Birmingham,
Now,
New Jersey.
if you don't mind, before you start, because I
Okay.
want you to go from, because there's so much to cover, take us from where you were born and all the way through college, and we'll go from there because there's a lot to cover there,
Okay, cool. So I was born in New Jersey.
right?
Holy Name Hospital, um, only child, which I which always bugged me. Always wanted I
I,
always wanted siblings. So right from jump, right out of the womb, I was always not lonely, but I always wanted brothers and sisters, and I would attach myself to people and
okay.
young kids. So, born in New Jersey, I went to St. John the Baptist Catholic School. And Catholic schoolgirls are always the most crazy.
I
That's
was
like a
just
known
gonna
fact.
say, yep.
They go wild after being in this Catholic school with these nuns and priests. They just go like berserk, go
I
wild.
know. I
It's
know.
like a known fact. It's like a known statistic.
Preacher's daughter. I knew a preacher's daughter.
Oh, see, yeah, we're nuts, and
Okay.
Catholic schoolgirls are nuts.
So
So
you
I
went,
went
I think,
there.
down to Florida. Did you end up in Florida? We start in Florida?
Yeah, I wound up I got a part-time scholarship, not part-time, like a what would I call it? Not part-time, like not a full-time, like not like a
I
full
didn't mean to
scholarship.
jump ahead, by the way. I'm sorry. You're in charge.
Oh no, because I go off on tangents.
That's
Um,
okay.
when I was 2 years old now.
Back
Um,
to day
so
two.
yeah, I got the scholarship. I always wanted to be in entertainment, but I got a scholarship for marine biology. And so I went to University of Tampa. I wanted to get
Right.
as far away from New Jersey as I could. It was either
Okay.
basically California or Florida.
Okay.
And I wound up going to University of Tampa, which I loved. And I had wanted to be in entertainment always.
That was
Wanted,
where I was going with this.
yeah, so even though I love like marine life and marine biology and I love animals, it's like comedy and animals are like my passion, absolutely.
Right. No, I got that.
Um
Went to New York, right?
yeah, then I after I graduated college, I wanted to like tackle New York. And growing up in New Jersey, we would always go to like the Bronx Zoo in New York, and it just seemed so fascinating. And I was like, I really want to tackle this city and do stuff in this city. So yeah, I moved there, and I loved it. And then
Right.
but I felt like I was in there in the 90s, and it was a different climate, it was a different tone, it was a different time. And I just felt like more opportunities for women in entertainment and comedians and all that in California. California just seemed like
Okay.
the West. So then I moved to California in about 2000.
Okay. Well, we jumped over because I didn't mean to go that fast. But
I know I'm dead. No,
no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
that.
no, no, no. It's great. In New York, and this is where my question was going. I'm not sure. Did acting come first or did comedy come first?
Um,
Because in other words, on your IMDb, and I cheat. I try and get as
right.
much information as I can. There in New York, you were doing comedy, Caroline's, and some big places in New York, right?
Yeah, it was Scott, I wanted to be a rock star. That was
Oh,
a
hey,
rock star
hey,
and a
hey.
dolphin trainer. That's what I wanted to do. But um I was always off tone singing, like I took opera and all this, but it was just wasn't I my brain was better, and I was better at like improving and stuff like this. So I was doing acting. I was doing
Okay.
acting in New York, and I was doing some commercials and stuff. I just started out and I
Okay.
would
So
book like,
acting came first.
yeah, acting came first.
Okay. All right.
And but all my friends were always like, "You're so friggin' funny," and I always got class clown, and I
You
was
know what?
always,
Let me stop you there because I saw that and I just wanted to tell you I was class clown.
oh, see,
I
class
was.
clown.
I
We're
actually have a
always.
picture on my Facebook or different places in my yearbook where I was class clown.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's I just love making people happy and making people
me
laugh
too.
and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, why else are we here, right? It's like,
Yeah, every
oh,
day above ground.
exactly. Agreed. Agreed. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I did it was they had my friends basically like forced me with a gun to my head to do it was like Caroline's was having like a some kind of contest, like first time comedians, blah blah blah, and go on stage, do your 3 minutes, and I did it, and like I won this contest, and then they were like I was hosting Caroline's, and then I took started to take it seriously, and I did there was a man named Michael Gelman who was from
Right.
Second City, and he had moved to New York, and he did his whole conservatory there because he wanted to like offer it to other people, and he was so great. He was a writer on SNL, and people still know him. We meant like comedians will talk about Michael Gelman, like Michael Gelman, and we're like best buddies, you know.
Okay,
But
cool.
I did his conservatory. It was the Chicago Second City, but it was in New York, and I just loved it. And we would do I really love improv and all that. And then when I moved to California, I did the Groundlings for a while, and then I did some other classes at UCB, the one at
Okay.
yeah, UCB. And then but then I kind of ventured out and stuff with stand up because the one thing is when you have groups of people, it's like I felt like it was more difficult to book get people together in California because everyone flakes out here. But like New York, we would have things set. So I was like, you know what can I do by myself? So then I just stuck with
Okay.
the stand up in
Now let's
California.
move on because this is one of my favorite things, and you have a lot, but this is one because, and I'm not just saying this. When I saw you were on My Name Is Earl, because we're going to move to the,
Oh yeah.
move over back to the acting a little bit, because I think that's
Yeah.
what was coming next, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
My Name
Yeah.
Is Earl, and I just want to go and tell you, I love that show. I probably
Yeah.
saw every episode every time. I just loved that show.
Yeah. It
I
was my
really did. I miss it. I wish it was still around.
same. That show was so special and the group of people was great. We were all friends.
Well, and I failed to mention you were on that show. Tell everybody you were the waitress.
Yeah, I lucked out because they had a different waitress for like the pilot and I think the first couple episodes and
Oh, really?
it didn't work out.
You were on for all 4 seasons, right?
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Um and it was so wonderful and I went on and my first day and it worked out and the producer Greg Garcia is so great.
Yeah. You
He
went. You went on because you told me that today. Guest book season 2 with
Yeah,
Greg
yeah.
Garcia.
That was had a My Name Is Earl vibe, but there was something special about My Name Is Earl, and I think it was because Earl was trying to fix his karma. So,
Yeah.
he was just like a this dumb schmooly, always trying to like fix his karma and make things
Oh,
right,
yeah.
be this like predicament. And I felt like the characters were so loving because there's something fun about that down home crab shack, it's
Yeah.
like white trashy. That was the white trash waitress. I could just wear fun stuff, push the boobs up, carry around the beers.
Jamie
It,
Presley.
it,
Jamie Presley was in it, and oh my,
yeah, she was in it, and
and
Nadine, the last guy,
not to
so
mention, but
sweet.
they had a black. He was a black guy, and he
The
got with
crab
her,
man, Eddie Steeples,
and he
such
got with her.
such a nice guy. We wound up, we're still friends and we do stand up
I
together. We
love
used to
it.
do stand up shows together. I used to produce a show called the THC show.
Oh wow.
THC,
Yeah,
and Eddie would do
hey,
it
I
and
always inhale.
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Right, right. I didn't know. It's so silly. But
I'm stoned now. No,
I'm always stoned. I can
me
only
too.
do the oil now because I swim, so I've had
Hey,
stone.
I smoked pot for a month one night.
Ah, I love it. A year. I with someone had a joke. It was like I smoked pot. I started in 85 or something, and then it was like, 95 or something.
I'm
But
sorry. Let's get back to my name. Hey, by the way, let's get that guy on my show.
oh, Eddie Sepals? Yeah.
Yeah, see what you can
Oh,
do. Love to have him on.
would love
We
him.
talk about My Name is Earl all night.
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
love that show.
And he's just like he's such a sweet guy. He's
But
a really good
no, we
artist.
got to move on
Such
because we
a
got
nice
so much.
guy.
I want to get to because this next one really intrigued me, and I apologize, but you got so much, and we don't have a lot of time. Jilted,
Oh my God. You know
jilted.
that is so fun. Like, so again, I had a friend like, so my husband and I were gonna just go get married
Now
in Vegas.
you ruined it. You ruined it.
Oh, well, but
You
here's the
ruined
thing.
it for shit's sake.
We were gonna we were gonna so Danny and I were gonna get married, and then I was looking at some casting or something, and then I knew someone who knew someone, blah blah blah. And we were just going to go to Vegas because like my dad was in the hospital and it was just, I'm not that type to like set up a whole wedding. And I saw this casting and, called up, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like pitching us like, oh, these two look like opposites and blah, blah, you know what I mean? She's from New Jersey, he's from Mexico, blah, blah, blah. And he's tattooed head to toe. So we wound up um, doing the show and I proposed while doing stand up, which is like so ridiculously
You
funny,
proposed to
right?
him.
Yes, I proposed. Well, that's the
Wow.
part of the show, where I was like, "Oh, we've been dating so long," and I mean, it was set up, like reality. It's
Oh,
all like,
okay. Oh, all right. All
you
right.
know,
All right.
yeah, it's all set up. I mean, they said I was like this rich girl from Orange County, but I had like this heavy New Jersey accent. But that was a show, and a
It's
lot of the
called
couples.
Jill. It was called Jilted, and so you in the show you proposed to him, and to you guys are still married today.
Yes. So normally like those shows, it's like it's scripted and it doesn't work out, but it's this August will be 16 years
I
married.
know, and I just saw pictures on Instagram with him, and you guys look so happy, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Oh, thank you.
I
Yeah.
mean it. I mean it. I think
Yeah.
that's such a cool story.
Yeah. And that we're so opposite. It's like New Jersey's like a planet. The culture is just like it's a planet. So,
I know. I've been in every. I'm in Pennsylvania. I know every part of New Jersey.
oh, see, yeah, you get it. Yeah.
And what it don't mind if you don't mind, you can do your bit about your husband and Mexican and tattooed. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, he's
You brought him home to family and mom.
yeah, my mother, your parents always want you to marry someone so you don't have to struggle like monetarily, you know what I mean? And I bring home this guy and I had other boyfriends that were, looked like me or were fucking loaded or blah blah blah. And I bring home this cute guy from Mexico, tattoos head to toe, and my mother was like, "Oh my God, he's Mexican. He has tattoos from head to toe. He grew up in Los Angeles. Is he in a gang?" And I was like, "Mom, he has tattoos from head to toe. He's Mexican. Of course he's in a gang. Of course he's in a gang. He's a
Right,
self-respect."
right.
Right? He's like,
Yeah, I
"Oh,
love it. Well,
oh,
let's try and move on because I have so much more to cover. And again, we don't have a lot of time. Comedians or actors that inspired you that
oh."
you
Laverne and Shirley, and it was Penny Marshall and
yeah,
Lucille Ball. I mean, Lucille
right,
Ball, I wish
right,
I could have met her. And
right,
Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett.
right.
I grew up watching that show. I loved it.
I've had a
The
lot
Carol
of
Burnett
people
show.
mention Carol Burnett, Nancy Levine, and but all
Yeah.
those, Lucille Ball, all those.
And Lucille Ball is so great. And that Laverne and Shirley, I just
Yeah,
want
Penny Marshall.
to.
I mean, Happy Days. I grew. That's my era.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And I just and Three's Company, I just said I want to
Yeah,
be in a funny show like that. That was like my goal. And then so My Name Was Earl was like a dream come true.
yeah,
And it was hard to break into that because it's everyone's like related to everybody that you see on these shows. They just recycle these actors. That's just how it is. It's
right.
it's rare. No one's an overnight success. That's so rare. It's just a wives' tale.
Even more, even less now. Um,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
I'm curious. What do you enjoy doing more? Because we're going to move on to your producing. Well, we got to do the cooking and the animals too, but we're not going to run out of time. We're going to run out of time. No, but do you enjoy doing the stand up more or the acting and producing more?
I'll say I think it's stand up and acting. Um,
50-50. There's no,
yeah,
you're
I would
doing
say
both.
50-50 because the that stand up, there's just it's such a rush. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think there's any rush actually like the stand up.
I hear that a lot.
So I would say that's my number one because but the thing is, stand up can be organized, stand up can be this, that. There's something about that community feeling when you're working on a show and you know, you do it their way and then you can kind of like zhuzh in your own, you know. So that's both. And then I think since I wasn't you know, acting for so many years, I always kind of wanted to be behind and see that big picture. So I really enjoy that as well. But there's a lot of times where I'm like, fuck, like we'll have like a young actor and I'm like, oh, do it this way, you know? So it goes, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you know, I'll take them aside, like, okay, like, you know, when you
Oh my
you
God, you cracked me up
boat and
there.
project, you know,
That was funny.
so I'd
Do
be like, oh, so it's
it
all,
this way. Do
you
it
know, I
this
love
way.
it. I like I like it all, but yeah, there's something about that stand up because I feel like with the stand up as opposed to with acting, you're all on that ride. Like those people are, you're like they're, you know, they're in your bus and you're driving and you take them on this emotional journey and I try to
Yeah,
make them
and you
happy
don't have
and
to worry
connect.
about those young actors. It's just you on stage. It's you without a net.
Yeah, you don't have to, or even a new actor, like any age, just like a new actor, you know, like
Right.
when you're doing that stand up, it's like you're in charge.
Yeah,
It's like your
you're the
venture,
boss.
you know.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
You absolutely adore animals, all
I
animals,
love animals. Oh my
and
God.
also cooking. But I have to say this before we get into it. On Instagram, there's a post and it says "fuck breeders."
Yes, fuck breeders. You
I
know,
love you. I love
it's
you. I mean,
there's
it literally
no
says "fuck breeders."
yeah, you know, it's so funny. So sometimes some of my friends are like, "Do you mean like people breed animals and humans?" I'm like, "No, people breed animals. If you want to have babies, have babies. I don't care about that. Like that's not. I
Oh,
just
really? People go that
yeah, like
far with it?
people have asked me. I'm like, no, have your
No,
baby.
no,
Like
no. You can
I'm not
have
even. I'm not
kids. You
calling
can
you a
have
breeder. It's
kids.
not like it's the end of the world here. It's the end of the world. We need human breeders, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't like. You know, here's the thing. Like I work in. I do rescue. I had an animal business since I was like 6 years.
Yeah, because you do.
Old.
You have, I didn't realize it until I saw you have not just dogs and stuff, but you, well, I don't know if you still do, but you had all kinds of animals.
I've had every animal, like or any kind of like domesticated animal. I mean, I've rescued like snake, frog. Right now, I have two special needs birds. I've rescued fish. People are like, how are you going to rescue fish? Well, people are going to like flush them down the toilet. I'm like, no, I'll take them, or they leave them, or they're sick, or
I
right now
now,
I have two special needs dogs. Like I got this guy has
oh, there you
no
go. Oh my God, I
epilepsy,
love it. I love it.
epilepsy, and no pee-pee. He has no
What's his
penis.
dog's name? What's his dog's name?
Peter, because he doesn't have
Oh,
one.
Peter Pan. Is that Peter
Yeah,
Pan who you
yeah,
cook with?
Peter, because he doesn't have one.
Peter, because he doesn't. Hi, Peter. Oh, I love Peter.
I know
Hi, Peter.
Peter's so cute. Then I got this guy,
Okay.
this other little guy. Ugh.
Oh
I
my
got him in
gosh.
hospice. He's sleeping. That's
What's his
Rupert.
dog's name?
Rupert Murdoch.
Rupert Murdoch and Peter Pan.
So
Oh
silly.
my God, you made my night.
I know.
I
He's
love
so
dogs
silly.
so much.
Yeah, me too. They're
I
great.
just, well, I love all animals, but dogs, I love dogs so much. I
Yeah, dogs are sweet.
that was amazing. You made my night. I love it.
Aw.
No, I mean it. I can't even hardly go on. I'm so touched by it.
Yeah,
No,
Peter.
I didn't know you were going to do that. That's amazing. I love dogs.
Yeah, Peter. You know, the epilepsy. The good thing that he has the epilepsy is the THC helps his particular seizures.
Really?
Yep. So
Well,
we.
see, for me, I had two beagles. If you go to,
Oh, they're
and
so
they broke my
sweet.
heart, both of them, when they died. And in other words, I don't think I
Or
could ever
part.
have another dog because it broke my heart so bad.
Oh, yeah, it's heartbreaking. I'm just one of those
Other
people that
people,
can't
like my
handle it.
sister, I know my sister, their dog died, and within a short period, they went and got another dog. I just don't think
That's
I
what
could
I do. I can't stand the pain. I just go and adopt. Like
go
I
get
right when my
another
buddy
dog.
died, I
Go
have a
get
shrunk
another
buddy in
dog.
here. I have like his ashes. Right behind here are the dogs and birds' ashes.
Okay, all
Very
right.
strange. It's a whole
No,
different
no. Well,
thing.
when you
They're
were
there.
talking about the pets, I started laughing. If you wonder why I was laughing, we mentioned Ginny Sykes.
Yes, I love her. So
I
cute.
love Ginny too.
Yeah, she's so
And you were
cute.
talking about the flushing the toilet and the animals, and I just conjured up Ginny talking about trying to rescue the dead squirrels and stuff.
I know she's something, right? She's so I'm always trying to get her to like write with me and have, but she's like, no, I just want to,
She's
she's trying to like
amazing.
just do one thing. I'm like, do 10 things.
Well,
Come
and
on.
while they're
Do
doing
10
that,
things.
while I just did that, we might as well mention Jacqueline Passero, who set this thing up.
Yeah. Oh
Love
my God.
Jacqueline.
And Jacqueline's an animal lover too. Not only is she funny, her characters are so cute. She's such a good person.
Yeah.
And she has like 100 cats. I mean,
Are
you
you
can't fault her.
serious?
Loves her pussies. She
Oh,
loves her.
that's right. But she doesn't actually own one, doesn't she?
No, she has I think she's down 4 or 5.
Wow, she lied.
Well,
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know if she admitted it, but I helped her. Did she tell you
oh,
that? Did she tell you that I
helped her
helped her?
with the pussies?
No.
With the
Stop
pussy?
it. Stop it.
With the pussy?
No, you now don't you act up. I'll stop this damn recording. No, she was on my show,
Uh-huh.
and I was so happy to have her on. And she mentioned about YouTube and that it sucked. And I said, well, maybe I can help you. And she laughed at me.
Oh.
She laughed at me like I was
Oh.
full of shit. And before you
Right,
know it,
right.
now I just had her back on. As a matter of fact, her interview is going to come up this week.
Awesome.
Okay, it's gonna yours will be a week or two down the road because I record
Okay,
them,
cool.
but hers is coming up this week, and she is now monetized on YouTube, and she actually thanked me.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
You know,
that's amazing.
I got I'll be serious. I don't like to be serious during these, but that is why I'm doing this. I enjoy just bringing joy to people's lives. I'm not trying to make any money, and to know that I helped Jacqueline, who she didn't think YouTube was shit. It had to be Instagram, had to be TikTok, had to be, and like that, she went over. She did the shorts, and before you know it, now she's monetized, and I'm so happy for her.
I am very happy for her. And like she amazes me because I think I started my YouTube in like 2013 and I did try to be monetized. And then I kind of gave up almost because I was like,
Yeah, and I'm going to
how do I
get
get
you.
all
I'm
these
going to help you.
hours?
I'm going to help you the same way because there's things you can do. I'm
Oh, that's
blessed. I almost
amazing.
have almost like 12,000 subscribers, and there's some tricks and things
Yeah,
I
that's
can help you with.
amazing. That's amazing. Scott, I
I
was like,
wasn't trying to toot my own horn there. I wanted to say
oh
that there's,
no, I
like to
think
help
that's
Jacqueline, that to
amazing.
help you do the same thing.
I think that's amazing. Like that's something like I have not mastered the online
Yeah,
YouTube
it's
and
it's
like
it's
Instagram. It's a different science.
it's
And I
bullshit. Let me tell you, I
it's
put a reel up this week or last week, 2 weeks ago. It went to 3.4 million views.
wow.
Yeah.
That
And
yeah, I don't have I have some skills. I don't have that skill. Like I could not figure out how to work it, how to like,
well, we'll get on it but you got other stuff. As a matter of fact, this thing's going pretty doggone good, as
yeah, and it's
far as
going
I'm concerned,
fast. Like
because
the
we're
time goes
moving on. We're
fast.
moving on to some future projects. One of them I wrote down was Erotomania. Did I
Yeah,
pronounce that correctly?
erotomania. Yeah.
Erotomania. Well, the words I said. I got to talk about that. I got to
I
talk.
know that it's a crazy name,
I
erotomania.
love it. I
So
love it.
that's the right? It's like so interesting. It's the fourth short horror film that I've been a producer on, and it's so fun doing horror because, as you know, I've always done like sitcoms or maybe crime or
Yeah.
Lifetime stuff, and the horror is like my favorite. But
Okay.
I didn't book horror until like recently, a couple years ago. I'm a detective in a horror movie, but the ones that I'm doing, they're so crazy and they're so fun. And this Erotomania, we have everything. We have like sexy stuff. We have some doms. We have some just really sexy women and killing and blood. It's just really fun. It's really fun. And you film in these like beautiful McMansions in the Hollywood Hills. And so with this Erotomania, I'm so proud of it. We we're going to put that together with our 4 other shorts. So it's going to be like 5 horror shorts, and we're going to make them one anthology. And there's a stream, that goes through them,
Sure. Sure.
a story stream. And that I can't wait. So that'll be like that'll be a feature. And then I have another feature coming out. So it'll be like
Go
two
ahead. Go
features.
ahead. Tell everybody about that. This is your time.
Yeah, so the other So this feature will be a producer on all the shorts, and that'll be coming out the end of summer. I we don't have the name for that, but it's like it's 5 different shorts that'll be in it, and it's gonna be
Okay.
all horror.
When
And
you
then
say shorts, how long? How long? 10 minutes, 20,
like 22 minutes, some are
20.
30
That's what I
minutes,
was
some
thinking.
are
20 minutes.
22 minutes. Yeah, and
Okay.
everything over like the 22
And
minutes.
they're five. And they're
And
five
this will probably
episodes.
be like an hour 20 minutes, the
Okay.
full length feature.
Okay.
And yeah, that one I don't have the name yet, but that'll be coming out at the end of like the summer.
Well,
And
if you have a good time, you can come back in the summer and we'll promote that.
yeah,
How's that
yeah.
sound?
Oh, you could come. We're gonna have a huge premiere party if you make it out to California.
Oh no, that ain't happening.
Um, hey, I don't blame you. I don't even want to get on a plane now.
No.
But I
No.
mean the plane, what the fuck what's happening? But and then I have another feature that's coming out this year. It's called Work to Death, and it's kind of
Yeah, I
like
saw that. I saw
on
that.
the it's like horror and comedy about the American dream, like you worked yourself to death. That I actually play a comedian in that. I'm a producer on it as well. So that's
Work to death.
yeah, work to death,
Okay.
and that's going to be coming out around like September as well. So
When you say
that's
coming out, do you mean where? Do you mean on?
that we'll be premiering them, and then they're going to be streaming. We're going straight to streaming with these two.
No,
So
that's what I meant, like Netflix or Hulu or one of those.
right now, I know definitely Tubi. They're
Oh,
both going
okay,
to be
cool.
available on Tubi, which I love Tubi right now because I
Yeah,
think Tubi started off as like a baby in the realm, and now it's like coming up to be along
I
like a
like
Netflix
Tubi a lot
and
too.
Amazon because it's you can get a lot of without the ads,
Yeah, well,
the
and
ads are getting less.
they've also done like Freak Brothers. I don't know if you remember that, the Freak Brothers cartoons. They've done
No,
they
I mean I know adult. Is it like Adult Swim or
yeah, well, I mean, in other words, they Tubi does some cool stuff. They're giving
yeah,
an
yes.
opportunity to people.
Yeah, I
It's
agree
really
because I
cool.
think it used to be that opportunity with Amazon and now that they're structuring it different. So I think
Yeah,
Tubi's the
right.
way to go. And there's other, streaming things. But yeah, so we're going straight to streaming and for now. And I just think that's great that we even have that opportunity.
No, I think it's wonderful, and trust me, I know we had an auspicious start last night, but I really want you to come back when you get the other one together,
Oh yeah,
and I'll
definitely.
help you.
No,
I'll help you promote, and I'll also help you with
so
YouTube.
great. And I think yeah, I should have called you because of dyslexia
Ah,
is
stop it, stop it. Let's not get into that. I
yeah.
want to talk. No, no, come on. We move on. Life goes on. Every day above
Yeah.
ground's a good one. I'll
Oh my
give you.
God,
I'll give you.
I
See, I
agree.
worked in the music business my whole life.
Jacqueline told me that. I wanted to talk
I have
about you.
pictures with
She's
Ringo
like, he's not gonna
Starr and
want to
Dave
talk about
Matthews,
himself.
and I'll give you a line that I like. It. We keep saying, thank God for every day. This is a line from a Squeeze song, and I've always held on to this, and hopefully you'll like it and hold on to it. What crumbs of joy can I steal from this day?
I love that.
And
Yeah.
it's always been, and you're my crumb of joy today. I really appreciate you being here. We still got a little bit to do yet. I want to talk about real quick any favorite. Normally, I ask people like their favorite show, their least favorite show. In your case, do you have a favorite memory as far as, would it be My Name is Earl or a stand up show that you've done? And then, of course, a least favorite, something that didn't go so good.
I
Because
think
I'm an asshole and I like the least favorite as much as I like the favorite.
so I think that My Name Was Earl was great. I mean, every day on that was great. We were always throwing popcorn and having so much fun. And
Okay.
then and I like things when they shock you or they
Yeah, me too.
so when we were doing the Work to Death, I was playing a comedian. And it's supposed to be there's like a guy who's like the shrink. And the shrink, they said, let's make some funny thing. Like I'm coming on stage. No, I'm going off stage and he's coming on stage. And they said, just do a funny little like slap or ass type thing. This guy, like, I mean, like it was, everyone was rolling. This guy just grabbed my ass to where I was like, whoa, like grabbed the cheek of my ass. It was so funny when I was getting off stage. I was so like, I didn't mind it, but I was like, wasn't expecting that. And everyone, like all the guys, their faces all got red. Like this guy just got a real chunk and he started crying, laughing. I started crying, laughing, but it wasn't part of it was supposed to be like,
Yeah.
and oh my God, it was like, he like,
So,
you know,
I'm curious.
not
Is
in
that
there.
a favorite moment or a least favorite moment?
It was both because it was a least favorite because I was shocked. I was like, what the heck?
At least, oh,
But,
so, okay, so that was a least favorite moment.
yeah, in a shocking way. And everyone busted out laughing. And like we were crying laughing, we
Sounds
were
to me like he was a little pervert.
possibly, right?
I
I
mean,
mean, like
if you're just supposed to
hilarious.
smack your ass, you ain't supposed to grab her.
Right. It was,
That
I
sounds
went
like
from
a Me Too
that to
move. It sounds like a Me Too thing.
like he grabbed like,
Jesus God.
yeah, he got a
All
chunk.
right, all right. Well, do you have a favorite? Do you have, in other words, My Name is Earl would be your favorite memory so far of everything you've done?
I mean, I think encompassing things, yeah. But I mean, I always have fun, like, you know,
Okay, yeah.
in front of the cameras, always
Take
kind of like
each
a
day as it
thrill.
comes.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of.
if we don't have a lot of time left, and I want to make sure that we cover everything, but then hopefully you're going to do a special Your Comedy Minute because that's the name of the show. And you come up with something, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
People always get hung up on it. And to me, it's like it's so simple because you have to have a story, you have to have something that you think about it and it makes
Yeah.
you laugh. And everyone's like, well, does it have to be a minute? No, it can be 5 minutes. I don't give a shit. I just think
Yeah.
it's because it's the preview. And again, my mind, I'm a sewer hole. I smoked too much pot. I did drugs and alcohol my whole life. So, I mean, I'm not sure that I got the right concept, but it's kind of the way it's been working. And I've been blessed so far to have a lot of great comedians, a lot of great people
Yeah,
on.
I think
But
that's
I want to make sure that we cover everything with you, and then you're going to do a comedy minute, and I'll let you go smoke some pot, play with the dog.
right. And have like a happy hour and smoke some pot, take care of these dogs, right? The
Yeah, I
husband.
told you I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
No, seriously, we covered erotomania. We've got the what is it? The work. What's it called
Oh,
again?
work to death.
Work to death, and we
Right.
got one that's not named.
Right.
We didn't get a lot of time to talk about the cooking. I know you love to cook, and you cook for the dogs, right?
I love cooking. Yeah, I cook for the dogs and then I give it to my husband and he can put the salt and tapatio on it. Same
Right.
food because it's all human grade food, it's
I'm going
all
to put the link to your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube. I'll put the link there, your
awesome.
IMDb and everything, because I want to
Awesome.
make sure that everybody can follow you and find out
Oh, that's great.
your cooking, your dogs, your everything. I love this.
Yeah, I was pitching that show before COVID about cooking. I put the dog in the baby Bjorn as if he came out of
Yeah.
my vagina and we cooked together and he
Cooking
helps me.
with Peter Pan.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Chow time, Sammy Larsen and Peter Pan. And it was a different time then. It was like maybe like 2017, 2018. I was pitching it. And people were like, oh, I don't know about cooking for your dogs. And now it's like the biggest thing, right? There's just food, there's farmer's
And
dog, there's
story of
cooking
my life.
for dogs. What? People go what human, you know what I mean? Now it's like such a big thing. There's so many videos of it.
Right.
So during COVID, I was like, screw it, I'll just do it myself. We painted my kitchen, made my kitchen nice, and just filmed like 30 episodes of me and Peter doing it because it was COVID. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I got
stuff
you.
going on. Like you couldn't go out. It was like such a crazy dystopian time.
All right. Well, we're gonna do it if it's okay with you. Is it okay with you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do a formal introduction. Sammy Larsen Hernandez, your comedy minute. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? I always wanted a big family. So I married a Mexican with a huge family, and I'm so happy, so happy.
I'm so
And
happy for you.
what?
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, he's just the best. He helps me write everything. I mean, he was like, Mija, I want to prove my love to you. I'm gonna get Samantha tattooed right across my neck. And I was like, Mija, if you want to prove your love to me, get a job. Get a job because you're tattooed from head to toe. You're scary looking. Samantha across your neck. So we compromised. He got it on his arm. Um, he's funny, like I realized Danny always had an agenda
Right?
because I was really sick and I had pneumonia. And, he was like helping me. I was puking. And then he lies me down in bed. And then all of a sudden, I feel this boner. I feel a boner on my back. And I'm like, baby, I'm sick. And he's like, Mija, I miss you. I miss you. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, how can you miss me? You're here. He's like, I want to be inside you. And I was like, I'm sick, baby, my stomach. And he's like, your mouth's okay. Your mouth's working. Your mouth will do. When I was sick. That's why I said he always had an agenda. That was like his agenda. And during when, with the
That's an
political
agenda. That's
with
an
the politically
agenda.
correct. Right, that was his agenda. People were politically correct. Were like, "Oh my God, you're saying Mexican, Mexican. Why do you?" I said, "That's where he's from. He's not from New Jersey. I have to say he's from Mexico." And they're like, "Oh, but you're speaking like you're Mexican." I said, "I have been swallowing Mexican cum for like 20
Oh,
years.
good Lord.
I have more Mexican DNA than you do. I'm swallowing it. It's different. It's in my cells."
Oh my God.
I know. It's a lot. It's
Wow.
a lot. It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Sammy.
I know. It's a lot.
Wow. No, you blew me away.
It's a lot. I am. I mean, it's
I
my mouth.
love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Was it, did I mess it up? Because I can
No,
hit.
I mean that's it. Like my
That's
my
it.
husband,
Oh, okay, good. My
he
God,
helps me
that was
write it. So
fantastic. That was
yeah,
fantastic.
thank you, thank you.
Listen, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
I thank you too. This
I
is
hope you had a
great.
wonderful time.
I did, man. I could go on forever. We could go on.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
like I said, what we're gonna do is when we get the name of the next one, we'll get you back
Okay.
on.
Okay.
And thank you.